Good morning to all, and welcome to the very first podcast by the Self-Help Guide, A Guide to a Better You. I would first like to thank all that are joining me this evening, and I hope everyone finds this session beneficial to their spiritual journey of mindfulness. Since this is my very first podcast and meditating session, I want to keep it short and simple to make it easier for those who are participating in their very first meditation. So I will be taking us through a short 5-minute mindful meditation, so make sure you have a few minutes to yourself and are ready to begin. Make sure you read my previous post on how to get into the right mindset for meditation. You can quickly identify your thoughts by simply asking yourself where your attention is focused on right now, past, present, or the future. You can bring your attention to the present by using your 5 senses. During this meditation, we will be focusing our attention on each of these senses for about 1 minute, noticing how each of these senses are being activated in this moment. Most like to start in a crisscross applesauce style, but you can sit in any chair or any position you like. I will be sitting in crisscross applesauce style, and I like to place my hands gently on my knees with my palms facing up. This will allow for the energy to freely flow in and out of my body. Start by sitting in a position that is most comfortable for you, keeping your posture straight, breathing in through your nose, out through the mouth. Try to keep the same breathing pattern throughout the entire meditation. Inhale in, exhale out. Inhale in, exhale out. Remembering you have nowhere else to go, nowhere else to be, except where you are in this exact moment. Inhale in, exhale out. Inhale in, exhale out. You'll start to notice thoughts coming in from every direction. That's normal. Remember not to judge them. When they do arise, try to push them out by creating a new thought, one that is only prevalent to this moment, right here. I want you to focus your attention on where you are right now. What room are you in? What time is it? You are exactly where you are supposed to be. We can start by focusing our attention to our sight. What do you see right now? Feel free to speak out loud, noticing any objects around the room. Maybe there's something you've never seen before, something out of place. Maybe an object that brings you a specific memory. I want you to look around the room and identify the different textures you see. Maybe you have a textured wall or a fluffy blanket in the corner. Notice the smoothness of your TV screen. Notice the different shapes. Maybe you have a circle window or an odd-shaped bottle on your desk. Look at the many objects that hold a different shape for each purpose. Focus on the many colors you see. Are there any colors that stand out to you? Some that are pleasing, others that are not? Are there any colors you don't see? Try to not get distracted by focusing on one for too long. Remember, you are the only one experiencing these objects from this point of view as it exists in this exact moment. Now we can bring our attention to what we hear. What sounds are you hearing? Do you hear any sounds coming from outside the building? Do you hear people talking outside? Any construction? Do you hear any rain? Do you hear any birds chirping? What about inside the building? Is the AC fan on? The heat? Are there any sounds you didn't notice before? Remember to keep a slow and steady pace when breathing, in through your nose and out through the mouth. Now we can bring our attention to the sense of smell. You can close your eyes to get a better grasp of the different smells around you. Do you smell any food cooking? Maybe you lit a candle earlier in the day. If your window is open, can you smell the fresh air coming in? What about any subtle smells? Feel free to smell your clothes or any fabrics around you. Next, we can bring our attention to our sense of taste. If you have any water or food around you, feel free to take a sip to activate your nervous system. Any food, take a bite. Notice the textures and any flavors you taste. If you don't have anything around you, run your tongue around your teeth, around your gums, your cheeks. What do you notice? Do you taste the toothpaste you used this morning? The mouthwash? What about any food you had earlier? Did anything you smell bring a taste to your mouth? And lastly, we can focus our attention on touch. Where did you choose to keep your hands during this exercise? Notice the sensation of where your hand meets your knees. Pay attention to how your clothing is resting on your body. Whether you're on the ground, couch, or chair, just notice how your body makes contact to whatever is supporting you. Feel around your surroundings. Feel the different textures of the ground you are sitting on. Maybe you can feel the softness of your carpet or the smoothness of your hardwood. Remember, you are the only one experiencing this reality as it exists in this very moment. After you've gone through all 5 senses, you've now brought your attention to the present moment. Sit for a moment and take it all in. How did focusing your attention on each of these senses make you feel? Do you feel more relaxed, more attentive? Try to keep your attention here for as long as you can as the day goes on. And remember, bringing your attention back is as easy as asking yourself simple questions about your surroundings and using your 5 senses. Thank you so much for joining me on our very first podcast from the Self-Help Guide, A Guide to a Better You. Make sure you follow along to get the best tips on how to become a better you.